Thank you for waking up with 2 News Oklahoma. I'm Erin Christie.
And I'm Justin Fisher.
We are continuing our Decision 2022 coverage this morning.
With all of the votes counted, incumbent James Lankford keeping his Senate seat after defeating Democrat Madison Horn. And Senator Lankford joins us this morning. Senator, good morning to you.
Good morning to both of you and everyone else watching in right now.
Yeah, very happy to have you with us. And we were talking during the commercial break. You said that, as you might imagine, it was a pretty late night when you're talking about the watch parties, but it's time to get to work to get things done. So my first question on that has to be about inflation. That is on the top of mind for a whole lot of people, especially in Oklahoma, dealing with the high prices of almost everything. What can you do and what can Congress do as soon as possible to get that fixed?
Yeah, all 77 counties, that was the dominant question I was asked across the state was how do we deal with inflation on this? Obviously, that's still being determined by the American people and what that looks like in Congress. We still don't know what direction the Senate's going to go. It looks like the House is going to be a Republican House. So that's going to force this White House to be able to have to negotiate some very different issues. One of the first things that we can do is actually bring down the price of energy. Energy affects everything. So if you have higher diesel prices, we have higher gasoline prices, higher natural gas prices, more expensive to manufacture, more expensive to do transportation. So one of the key issues we can work on is how do we increase the quantity of American energy actually coming into our system? So rather than raising the price of American energy, we actually lower the price of American energy. That's a prime issue for us.
Senator Lankford, both candidates on both sides of the aisle, have really talked a lot about unity and a need for coming together. As someone who's been in Washington for a while now, do you see that that's possible? Is it tougher than ever to come together with both sides? And if it is possible, how can we make that happen?
Yeah, it's certainly not tougher than ever. I have a lot of folks that say it's never been this bad, and I smile at them and say, let's talk about 1861 when our nation is in a civil war, or in 1857 when there were literal fistfights that were breaking out on the House of Representatives on the floor. So we have been this divided before, and in fact, we've been more divided with this. I tried to remind people throughout this campaign the simple issue of we the people does still matter. For 250 years, we've determined as a nation we do disagree on many things, but we have got to be able to make decisions and to move forward. And as we see from the election results last night, Americans are still very divided on a lot of different issues. And we're going to have to work together across the aisle to be able to solve this. Now, those of us in Oklahoma come from a very conservative perspective. We're going to interact with folks that don't come from that same perspective. We've got to find some areas of common ground that aren't going to violate my conservative principles, nor their liberal principles. But we can't just sit still as a nation and do nothing. We've got to be able to solve some of these hard issues like inflation, what's happening on the border, or energy issues. There are a lot of hard issues we have to resolve and to be able to move forward on what we can.
All right, Senator, I got one quick question for you. I was with Markwayne Mullin last night at his watch party in Tulsa. Have you reached out to him? Have you guys talked in the last couple hours? And what advice might you have for him in the Senate?
Well, I have not called him this morning, though I can assure you Markwayne is up. He's an extremely early riser as well. We've not talked this morning, but we need to get a chance to talk briefly last night and be able to text back and forth as we continue to be able to communicate. Congratulate him, obviously, on the big win that he had and the very long race that he had. But we have a lot of work to do together. The job interview is over now for both of us. Now the job isn't sitting in front of us.
Congratulations once again, Senator Lankford, and thank you for your time this early this morning.
Thank you.